It is. I think marriage screws things up.
Hey guys, Blessing here. Welcome to my life. How are you guys doing? Happy Sunday, happy new week. This is a live stream, just in case you get to see this video on another day. Gonna hang around and wait for a few people to pop in, then we get started.
I'm not sure if I'll ever get remarried. It is. I think marriage screws things up.
Right. So hi. I saw a comment that Rose dropped. I don't know if Rose is still here, the first one to comment. So hope everyone is doing great. Go ahead and share this video. Let us quickly talk about a few things that have happened the last few days. Justin Dean has declared that he doesn't think he will ever, ever get remarried. This is bad news for all those ladies who were hoping that, this might be my chance. All those ladies, bad news for you guys. All of you. I know, all of you, all those secret admirers, all those people up in his DM, sending him messages, sympathizing with him, calming him down, telling him, oh, we know you're hurting, we know what you're going through, it's okay. If you ever need anyone to talk to, I'm right here, okay? All of you, you're guilty, you know yourself. This man doesn't plan, he doesn't think he's ever going to remarry. We're going to talk about that, and we are also going to talk about Korra Obidi, you know, the breakdown of a few days ago. Was it real? Was it a made-up act? Was it just a cry for help in the sense that she felt like, okay, the whole world is against me? Justin is talking and everyone is leaning towards really sympathizing with him or empathizing with him, but they are feeling like I am the bad guy here because I am not talking. I'm talking about Korra now. So maybe she's feeling like, oh my God, I need to do something to win a few more people over to my side. Was that the reason she did what she did, or she just did it because, look, I need to do this, I need to talk with you guys, I need to just, you guys should just understand why I'm not talking for this long. Yeah. Let's start to watch clips. You guys know I love to show clips, so we're gonna watch a few clips. I see your comments, you guys. So Rose, welcome to everybody. Hello, Jocelyn. Welcome. Welcome, Osas. Oh, I do hope everyone is fine as well. Today is Sunday here in the Netherlands. Hope everyone is doing excellent. Someone says he will reconcile with Korra. Yeah, that one, I don't know. I don't know. I think a lot of people would want that to happen. I think he would want that to happen. I really think he genuinely would want it to happen, but I'm not sure Korra would want that to happen. I think now that it has really, really gone public in this manner, I don't know, you know, I hope so for them, but I think if everything hadn't gone this public, I think maybe they would have just done it behind closed doors. But now that everyone just knows and everyone is up in their business, and I'm not sure. I don't know. But never say never. You never know. You never know. Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna watch that clip again. Go ahead and share the video. Someone says he's already with someone. How do you know that? Not so fast. How do you know that? Hello, Bola. Welcome. Where are you guys watching from, by the way? Someone says it's not always easy to get married again because of child support. Really? Really? Yes, I'm serious. We're going to watch a longer version of that clip very soon. The man is done with marriage. You know, marriage is not the problem. It's either who you get married to is the problem or your attitude in the marriage that is the problem. Marriage itself, look, I know that look, out of not personal experience, but I've seen a few people, they would be together. Like here in the Netherlands, marriage is not really a must. It's not really a do or die with Dutch people. They would rather live together or do registered partnership. Yeah, they hardly just go and get married. Yeah, here I'm talking about here in this country. So they would live together. You see this couple, beautiful couple, happily living together for 15 years, 20 years. And then eventually they just wake up one day and say, oh, let's get married. And then they get married. 3 years down the line, they're getting a divorce. And I'm like, you guys were living together, happy for 20 years. Nothing happened. You had your kids are grown, they're in college. And you guys just woke up one day, got married, and now you guys are going your separate ways. What happened? Is marriage a jinx? Does it bring bad luck? To some people, it does, maybe. And to some people, they just don't know how to handle that partnership, really knowing that you're no longer you, not in the sense of losing yourself, but you have to always put, well, most times you have to put the other person into consideration in your decisions. You just can't wake up and just decide on things, be it financial, be it things that have to do with the kids, be it things that have to do with the home in which you live, anything. You have to at least show that little respect, discuss things with your spouse. And that causes so much breakdown because people will feel like you went ahead and did that and you didn't even consider consulting me to ask at least for my opinion. You don't have to ask for my permission, but at least if I'm relevant in your life, you should at least want to know what I think about it. And the reaction of the other person really matters to what happens next. If the other person is like, oh, I'm sorry, maybe I forgot to tell you, or that one really determines if they're going to go forward. But once the other person feels like, why do I have to tell you? I don't have to tell you everything. I have my life still. The fact that I'm married to you doesn't mean that, I have to always come to you for permission. So that already brings that conflict, that disagreement. And it just grows from there because one partner is feeling like you don't respect me enough. You don't regard me. You see me as nothing. You just go ahead and do things for yourself and you don't even consider that I'm here. So it's better for me not to be here. So those are things that really make people go their separate ways in marriage. And people don't understand these little things, these tricks. Communication is one of the reasons, not only finances. You have to show respect to your spouse by communicating with him, really trying to understand him, or her, not only one-sided. Yeah. So we are going to watch all those videos. Let me quickly go through your comments. Let me see. Hello, welcome. Good to have you here, prophetess. That's nice to hear. Someone is still saying this is all a prank. Oh, watching from Italy. You guys always have nice weather over there, like it's cold here. Good morning, Juliet. Welcome. All right, let's watch some other videos. Let's listen to what's his name, Justin, again.
I'm not sure if I'll ever get remarried. It is. I think marriage screws things up. I'm just gonna say this one time. I wish Korra the best. I really do. I really do. I really do. The way we interacted with each other. There's always more to the story, and that's it. Okay. I do not wish any ill upon her. Yeah.
Whoa, what a sigh. Like, okay. He initially said, like, I don't think I'll ever get remarried. I think marriage just screws things up. I don't think it's, like I already explained anyway, I don't think it's marriage that screws things up. I think it's the attitude that people take along into marriage. When you go into marriage, you should be prepared to leave certain things behind. Like, just sit down in a dark room all by yourself and just think of all the things you'd have to let go and ask yourself, am I ready to let these things go? If the answer is yes, like really believe in it and don't just say yes to yourself just because, oh, I just want to get married. Be honest with yourself. Am I really ready to let a part of my freedom go? Even you lose your freedom sometimes when you get married. but it shouldn't be so detrimental to your health or to your well-being as a person. It shouldn't be all of your freedom you're losing, that you just be yes sir, or yes ma to your spouse. No, but you're going to lose a few things. You're going to, you'd have to be ready to make sacrifices. Ask yourself, am I ready? If the answer is yes to all those different things, go ahead with it. But if you feel like, no, I'm not ready, I'm not even ready to be waking up to be attending to some crying little babies, changing diapers, no, I'm not cut out for that yet. I want to build a career first. I want to get a degree. I want to have so and so amount of money in my account before then just wait. If the man loves you, if the woman loves you, they are going to wait for you till you're ready. It's better you go into marriage ready than just rush into it because, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, not considering. Okay. We're going to listen to Korra. So, anyways, just to really recap, this man doesn't see himself remarrying because he thinks that marriage is the problem. No, there are successful marriages out there because people have a better mentality going into it, a better mindset, and a better attitude dealing with who they are dealing with, and they are more understanding. When you really understand the person you're living with in the house, it makes things a bit more better. When you don't easily get upset, at least before you get upset, try to first understand their mind, their intention. Don't just assume that they are doing this thing to hurt you. Talk, communicate, ask questions. So anyway, he's not getting married. He doesn't think now, he's really, I don't know, like I already said it before, if he feels like this is my way of coping, talking to people about these things, let him go ahead and do so, but don't do it to tarnish the other person's image. Yeah. So all the ladies out there who have been showing the care for him, this man is not planning. He doesn't think he'll ever get remarried. So all those, anyways, let's not even let's listen to Korra. Let's see what she is feeling like or what she has been feeling like.
Screen recording team are getting at it. Yeah, about that, I'm gonna get my lawyer to start copywriting most of these blogs. Like, you cannot just steal my content and go and create traffic on your content.
Okay, this is another bad. These people are dishing out bad news to you guys. So the first one said he's not like bad news for all those ladies. And this lady now, Korra, is dishing out bad news to bloggers, all those copy and paste, especially bloggers. She's coming for all of all of you who just caught her content, steal her content whatsoever, and use. She sees you guys. She sees all of you.
Screen recording team are getting at it. Yeah, about that, I'm gonna get my lawyer to start copywriting most of these blogs. Like, you cannot just steal my content and go and create traffic on your content. That's not okay, baby. That's copyright theft. And if I copyright you, you'll be start crying that my page, they've deleted my page.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know if she really knows how these things work indeed, but it's not a lawyer that runs after people. Just get a social media manager, someone who understands how copyright and all these other things work to do the job for you. And then if there is a dispute, maybe someone is disputing a claim whatsoever, then if necessary, you can get a lawyer to stand for you, especially when maybe the platform, for example, YouTube, awards a video to the blogger, for example. You give that person a copyright strike on YouTube, the blogger disputes it or appeals it, and then YouTube grants the video to the blogger. Yeah. So that means the blogger won in the eye of YouTube. So you can now take a lawyer to go against YouTube's decision. That's only when you need a lawyer. But when it comes to just reporting a video, claiming back content, you don't really need a lawyer. I don't think any lawyer wants to sit around looking for bloggers up and down. I don't think that's the way. Well, that's not really what people do. They don't just jump on lawyers. But I guess she really doesn't really even know how it works. But anyway, so bloggers beware. This lady has warned that all of you doing or stealing her content inappropriately, doing it the wrong way, just cutting her videos and posting, copy paste. Most especially, we have what we call fair use. You can do things for media, commentary, reporting, news reporting, and all of that. Fair use is always allowed across all platforms in most cases. If you do it the wrong way, you're going to get caught. Yeah, so she sees you guys and she is coming for each and every one of you.
There's some people that are so heartless. I wake up in the morning to 1,000, in fact, bombarding me with notifications when I just want to be at peace. Leave me alone. Let me just be at peace.
Do you guys remember my last video in which I talked about those Oversabi bloggers tagging these people, mentioning their pages? I said, look, I know you guys are Oversabi. You guys love them so much. You guys are in-laws and all of that. And you want to call their attention. If you want to blog, just blog. You can give them credit when you blog about them. You can, when you post their video and whatsoever, you can give them credit. But some bloggers just go that extra mile to really mention them, mention their page, and then the name turns blue. Their page name turns blue, that you can actually click on it. So they will always receive those notifications. So they are forced to see your content every single time. If you guys remember in my last video, I said, look, some of like Korra and Justin, I should imagine that sometimes they just want to switch off their phone, go somewhere quiet, and just distract themselves and just forget. Even if they don't totally forget, at least for that moment, just, just be lost in another thing, another activity. But you guys, you bloggers, because you care so much, in quotes, you care. You suddenly become family members of Justin and Korra. You keep mentioning their page name. So they continue to receive all these notifications from all of you. You're doing it, but the same way you're doing it, 500 other bloggers are doing it. And you guys are mentioning. Every time they are seeing that, oh, ABC blog mentioned your name. EFG blog mentioned your name. They are seeing all these things. And most of you say the nastiest things about this couple. You say you're not even rational, you're not even considerate. You just say things because you probably think they will never see your video or your content. You hope they do see it, because otherwise you wouldn't be mentioning them, but you just say it. And she's saying some of you are just so heartless. And it's true. Because I've heard a blogger say that Korra doesn't love her daughter. I've heard a blogger say so, that, oh, nowadays you see Korra going about saying my love to June, saying, oh, love, being nice and all of that. Reach Bele. I heard the blogger say so. That's a mother herself, the blogger, saying that another mother doesn't love the child. So, these bloggers, Oversabi bloggers, they are not being careful. And she really said it here, like, they are heartless. You're taking my content and you're still heartless towards me. Let's hear that again.
When are you going to make more? There's some people that are so heartless. I wake up in the morning to 1,000, in fact, bombarding me with notifications when I just want to be at peace. Leave me alone. Let me just be at peace.
Okay, so what I would just suggest to Korra, I don't know if she's already doing this or if she knows it, I would suggest she unfollows her hashtags. Like, a lot of people use hashtags, which is somewhat regular, normal. If she doesn't want to see all these things, unfollow your hashtags. The hashtag Korra Obidi or hashtag Justin did. Unfollow those hashtags so that you don't have to see these things, or you hide certain bloggers that you feel like, oh my God, this blogger, you're just on my case. Unfollow or block them out, that you can see their content, hide their content, that they don't pop up any longer on your feed. That is one thing that you can do, or just entirely block some of these notice me bloggers, because some of them just need your attention. They just need you to see them, and some of them are mentioning you because they want other people to see their content. So yeah, so I'm happy she did these videos. At least people would understand a bit that, okay, the things that I do actually have an impact. I'll do videos in the past and I'll be like, look, Korra might actually stumble upon this video, because all these people, when they do all these videos, they just think, oh, she will never see my video. You know, she's not some JLo somewhere who doesn't even understand our kind of English or who doesn't even know we exist. She's not some Rihanna somewhere, you know, just far away who might never, ever, 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 ever see our videos. She's someone from within us. She's a Nigerian, like, you know, so high chance that she is going to see our content. So we should also be, like I said before, considerate and wait, let's watch out.
When are you going to make more music? In my process of healing, I intend to make more music, to maybe tell my story in a song, you know? And I'm on the ground. Stop throwing stones at me. Stop throwing stones at me. This is not the way I was raised. You don't come and air your dirty linen in public. You don't come and show the whole world that you're in anguish.
Right. So first she said she was going to write a song and put everything she went through in a song. So I was thinking, okay, she probably will not talk about it, but she's going to sing a song about it. Then she also mentioned the reason she hasn't been saying much, and she has been actually judged for that, oh, you're being nonchalant, you're going through this, but you're careless and you are indifferent about it. You're dancing and you're just doing your makeup and just doing your thing like nothing has happened. So you have to be someone who just doesn't care about the marriage. A lot of people have jumped into that conclusion. So like I said, it's a good thing that she realizes all of that and that she's explaining the reason she's doing the things she's doing the way she's doing them. That look, I wasn't raised that way. Yeah. So I'm thinking more people are now understanding her better than they did a week ago, which is a good thing.
Why is it always the woman at fault? Why? Why is it that the woman would be abused and should be expected to go and fix it? Then when she's suffering, that's when the society will say, wow, good job, strong woman.
All right, she talked about abuse there, and I think she asked a very, very valid question. Okay, we don't know if she's abused. We don't know if she was abused in the relationship. So people cannot smell it. If you don't give them any reason to think there was abuse, people didn't just imagine it or think it. Yeah. And so people didn't know. But a lot of people, I remember when all this started, when Justin came out and he was upset, I can't take this anymore and all of that. So many people, and I remember, oh my God, you guys, I hope this really teaches so many of you Oversabi people. Well, I can't really say Oversabi people. I think people just judged based on the things they heard Justin say. And that is also a problem. Don't always judge based on one story. How many times did I even say it in my past videos? Don't judge from a single story. Yeah. Now, when that thing broke out the first time, a lot of people said, Korra, go back to your husband. Even some people are like, idiot. Go back to your husband, idiot. Go and fix your home, idiot. Not idiot, not. Go and fix your home. Look at you. And other people will be like, Justin, please forgive your wife. Justin, please. You know, and I'll be like, why are you guys telling Justin to forgive her? Do you guys know if she has to forgive him because she hasn't spoken? If you guys watch my old videos, like these things, and now they are coming back because a lot of people were telling this girl, but they didn't even know what was going on from her own perspective. So they were always telling him to go and forgive her, knowing fully well that two people act in a marriage. It's not only one-sided. There are always two sides, or more than two sides even, to a story. And she mentioned abuse here. And all the people telling her to go and work things out, I wonder how they would be feeling now that, oh my God, so actually we should have been asking Justin to go and mend the wrongs, possible wrongs that he made in the union, okay? So for me, this is an eye-opener. The first one who runs out, I'm repeating it, this is the third video I'm saying this thing. The first one who runs out to cry for help is not always or doesn't always have to be the one in the right. Yeah, they might have their reason for jumping out immediately to say, oh, you guys, oh, I'm suffering, or maybe they just want more people to to be on their side and just make the other person look bad. They might also be the one in distress. We never know until we hear both sides. But we haven't even still heard both sides, but people were already judging Korra based on what Justin said. And some ignorant, highly ignorant people were also judging Korra based on the fact that Justin is a white man. So Justin has to be the good one. Oh, white men treat their wives better than black men. Oh, they are not like our men. Oh, for him to be leaving her, that means she must have been this and that in that marriage. She's not ready for marriage. A lot of people judged her without hearing her side. Yeah. So again, this is a good lesson.
I just know that if you keep making my life miserable right now, when you are down, you beg for help, nobody will help. So continue your eye service.
Continue your eye service. I saw so much eye service in this breakup, and like I said, a lot of people said so many things against Korra. It would have been good if Korra would not run into those things, but it looks like she's actually seeing many videos and reading lots of comments and seeing so many posts, and she's like, oh my God, these people doing all these things to me, and I'm almost certain that a lot of people, all these Oversabi people doing eye service, they went into that man's inbox telling him, oh, please, because, some people made some comments like, oh, so now after everything Korra did to Justin, oh my God, they were already judging. Like I said, they were being judgmental about Korra. Like, after everything Korra did to him, whenever he sees a black woman, he will never want to be with her. Like, you guys remember me saying, so what? Like, all the single black women will die, that Justin is no longer looking at them. So I'm sure such women will go to him and be like, oh, sorry, I apologize on Korra's behalf. We are all not like that. We are not raised like that. I know some of you. So she's laying a curse actually on those eye service people, that you guys should wait till it gets to your turn. Because possibly she sees all what you guys are doing on a daily basis. She sees it. You guys understand.
You didn't exactly look after June, as Justin did most of the work, didn't he? Justin that was at work morning till night. You've been blocked. I didn't look after June. You're very stupid for that statement. You didn't look after your own children if you have any children. Idiots. It's very easy for you to just open your mouth and say things until they say it back to you, then you realize how hurtful it is.
Right. So someone just commented and said to her that she wasn't looking after her first child, that Justin was doing the entire work. Like, that must have hit her like a dagger. For someone to say you weren't looking after, that one is not even, I don't think it's going to be as hurtful as hearing someone tell you all that love you're saying, hi love to your daughter, reach your belly. Now mouth today. That one should even hurt more. But I heard a blogger, an adult, a woman, say so to Korra, that Korra doesn't love her child. So someone even saying you were not taking care of your child is even less painful, I should assume, than saying you don't love your child. It's just mouth talk. Not reach belle na tongue day. You understand? So a lot of people said, they said all these nasty things about her that they really hurt. When we comment, when we say things, we don't know how painful these things are. And another thing I kind of like want to talk about is, that accusation of, it was Justin who was doing most of the work, like taking care of the girl than her. I think we cannot 100% blame those people with those ideas, because that is what they saw. Maybe on camera so many times, yeah? And she was explaining here that Justin was at work from morning till night. So it looks like when Justin gets back from work, those few moments or minutes or hours that he's home, he's all over the kids, and the kids are all over him, or June is all over him. So people would see them like together a lot, which might be a bit logical. So they would think that it is always that way. If I don't, let me use myself as an example. Like if I'm home, like Wednesdays are my free days. Yeah, I don't work on Wednesdays. If I'm home the whole day, I'm taking care of my son the whole day, and it's just me alone on him. And then eventually my husband comes back from work. The first thing I say is, go to your daddy. That's the first thing I say. Go to your daddy. Let your daddy take over. Then I relax. So if I put those moments my husband is home on camera, my husband is taking full care of him, changing the diapers, feeding him, doing all those things, because it's my time to relax. People are going to think that it is like that in our home 24/7. But I am not putting those times that I am the one being the full-time caretaker. I'm not putting it on camera, but I'm putting when my husband is doing the work on camera. People are going to think it is also always like that behind the scenes. So I can't fully blame the people who think like that. Maybe it's what you have shown them that is making them to think that you were not doing that, if that makes sense. But at least people should still also be careful. It should hurt for you as a mom to hear that you were not taking care of your child. It just makes you feel like people think you're irresponsible, and it should hurt. I can understand that she was really pissed off by that.
You didn't exactly look after June, as Justin did most of the work, didn't he? I think I need to turn off this comment. You tell a mother she didn't look after her kids, and you expect to go to heaven. I know the internet has become a place where we can just say whatever we want, you know, get off and feel nothing about it. But remember that there are people, human beings behind these things that you say. And one day I might just be, you know, randomly scrolling, and I see something that you wrote. You might not even remember.
Yeah, so I don't know if I didn't hear everything. I was distracted here. I think I should play it again.
I think I need to turn off this comment. You tell a mother she didn't look after her kids, and you expect to go to heaven. I know the internet has become a place where we can just say whatever we want, you know, get off and feel nothing about it. But remember that there are people, human beings behind these things that you say. And one day I might just be, you know, randomly scrolling, and I see something that you wrote. You might not even remember.
Okay, so she turned off the comments eventually, which sometimes you need to do for your own sanity. And many of these people who say these things, some of them, like I gave the example of the one saying that you don't love your child. If you know that you love your child, you shouldn't even pay too much attention. Yes, it's good to crack down on them, on these commenters sometimes, to give them sense, but don't let it get to you to affect you in this way that it will start making you feel down or guilty or whatsoever. Some of them don't have joy. They are not happy people. Yeah. So they are going to find a way or a good reason to put their own bitter life on you. Yeah. To just make another person feel they don't even realize that what they are writing or saying like will go any length because they think that is their own truth based on maybe what they have seen or observed. But I think you should just take it cool, take it easy.
When someone is just trying to heal and you want to destroy them, my opportunity to destroy. Remember that I have 2 kids. Whatever you do to me, that is your portion.
Okay.
I really don't want to. I'm not one to air my dirty linen in public because I know the internet never forgets. You might see me looking strong. You might see me dancing. You might see me.
Whoa, okay, so this is the moment she broke down. I'm sure so many of you saw this video. I don't think she just woke up one day and thought, oh, let me also talk. Justin has been talking. She must have weighed the pluses and the minuses behind coming to do this emotional video. And I think this video, she should have done it actually from the onset. You know, the time she would say, everything is fine, everything is great. That I said, you guys remember that video? I was like, everything is not fine. Everything is not great. Why the pretense? You guys remember I said that in that video? Just be honest. Now that she has done this video, a lot of people will back off actually. So many people will back off unless you're just very, very heartless that you continue to pull this woman and bash her. I think for me, she should have done this thing like 2 weeks ago, a week ago, when like maybe 2 days after all of this started. Like, look, we are going through something, but please respect our privacy. I'm going to continue to try to be happy for my kids, but it's my way of coping. You guys should understand. At least just do that, and everybody knows. But she never mentioned anything about anything. All she came out to do every day was just be herself, or try to continue to be how she used to be, that people were used to, and tell people everything is great. I am happy. And then eventually she started to talk about money. If anything happens to me, who is going to feed my kids? So, of course, you should understand that a lot of people will be confused, like, what is wrong with this woman? First, your husband left you. You didn't behave like it bothered you, which, of course, we know that it should bother you. This is someone you've spent years of your life with. You have 2 babies with. We know that you're not a robot. It should bother you. We know that. But you'd come out and say it doesn't bother you. You dance. You were just almost yourself all the time. And then eventually you're talking about money. So people are like, oh, so the money for you is more important than you losing your marriage. You come on social media every time. People will be like, get off social media. And so it was, I think, so confusing that you were a bit late. Korra was a bit late with this video. Look, it's better late than never. It's a good move that she did this video. And I think a lot of people will understand her a bit more now, that look, I was doing all those things to cope. It's not in my behavior or character to come out and start explaining my life to you guys. But she should also understand that her life is already out there, and a lot of people want to hear from her. A lot of people want to know. But if you are how do you say it? If you're considered as a human being, you have empathy, you're going to understand that, okay, she's not ready yet to talk about this thing. So people are going to be patient. At least now they have heard from her, which I find really good that, like I said, that she did this video. So I'm just wondering, all those Oversabi bloggers, Jesus, I wonder how they are feeling now. That a woman has not come out to cry doesn't mean she's evil. It might just be her way of showing maturity towards her marriage. It might just also be her way of settling things and making peace. Because if the man is being maybe childish, going about saying things about the woman, and she chooses not to go down that route, she chooses to just be mature and composed about it, that doesn't mean, or it doesn't have to mean that she is the bad one. But people felt like, okay, since Justin is the one coming to cry out about the things he's not happy about in the marriage, saying that Korra has never cared about settling things, she has never cared about working out things whenever we have issues. She has always been like that. That has always been how our marriage has been. We have been having issues for 3 years. So he was always coming forward with all these captions to make people feel like Korra would be the problem. And people just always believed him. I'm not saying they shouldn't believe him. I'm not saying he lied about the things or all those things, but they always forgot in their judgment that Korra also has something or some things that she must have endured in the marriage. And they never considered that. And that is why they said and did so many things that they said. Yeah. Let me see. Let's watch another one.
Trying to keep things together, and when you see me doing that, just know that I'm just trying to hold things together. I'm just trying to be strong for my girls. That is how I cope. I cope with dance, and I cope with expressing through my craft.
Okay, so that is also very understandable.
I read and I can read all the comments and I can see everything that everyone is saying. In time, when I'm strong, I will tell my own side of the story. But till then, please be empathetic and be kind with your words. Please. And please know that I have 2 girls that I have to take care of. And if I'm not there, nobody will.
Okay, well, she has said this a few times before that, look, if I am not able to provide for my kids, nobody will provide for them. And every time she says this, I'm always like, how about your ex? How about the father of those kids? They have a father. So why does she always? I don't understand. She should have her reasons, and I'm just gonna wait until she explains what exactly she means by that. By if I don't do it, nobody will do it. How come? You understand? Those kids have a father who works. So I don't understand why. And I also, if you guys remember in my one of my previous videos, I said, has it always been this way that she has to be the one to provide, or did she just start to be the sole provider after they broke up 2 weeks ago, or yeah, a week ago, thereabout? So we will find out these things. So I cannot also nail Justin right now and say, oh, Justin. So if that woman doesn't provide, those children will suffer. I cannot do that. And that is what so many bloggers did to Korra. You cannot judge another person based on one story. This is her story now, but she hasn't even explained what she means by that. And even if she goes ahead to explain what she means, Justin also has to be given the opportunity to defend himself, at least before people can now judge or crucify whoever they want to crucify. But as long as the story is coming from one angle, you guys should take a chill pill. All of a sudden, all of you love these people. All of a sudden, you want to show care. All of a sudden, you're in-laws. All of a sudden, you're Oversabi bloggers. You guys just did way, way, way too much. Many of you did way too much. You went on errands that you were not sent. Nobody sent you the message of therapist and this come and help her, let her not die, she's carless, so she doesn't have a car anymore, just 1 week, Justin, go and rescue her, she's dying, she cannot do it all alone. Nobody sent many of you all of that eye service. It's just eye service. Just notice me. I care so much. I care. Just do your blogging and just go. Do you understand? Let's watch another one. I don't even know the last one we watched.
Trying to keep things together, and when you see me doing that, just know that I'm just trying to hold things together. I'm just trying to be strong for my girls. That is how I cope. I cope with dance, and I cope with expressing through my craft. I read and I can read all the comments and I can see everything that everyone is saying. In time, when I'm strong, I will tell my own side of the story. But till then, please be empathetic and be kind with your words. Please. And please know that I have 2 girls that I have to take care of. And if I'm not there, nobody will. I'm trying to be happy for my girls. I'm trying to put up a front. It might look fake. It might look like I'm the narcissist, nonchalant. I'm just trying to cope. If you're a mother, you understand.
No, not all mothers understand. Some people are just, I see them as child producers. They just produce children. Yeah. They just reproduce. That is what they have done. And they call themselves mothers. Not everyone who has a baby or who has children is a mother. Being a mother has to do with your instinct, your mindset, I don't know, your emotions, your soul. Because when you become a mother, when you bring forth a child, you're not only a mother to your own child, you are like a mother to other people's children. You see other people's children as almost, they are not really biologically your child or your children, but that feeling, that sense of, okay, I'm a mom is there. But unfortunately, Korra is saying here, oh, if you're a mom, you should understand. No, all of these women, not all of them do. They don't. They've gone to the labor room 2, 3, 4 times. Doesn't mean that they have that sense of motherhood. No, unfortunately. Unfortunately, a lot of people have, people have said things about Korra, so-called mothers. I've heard things like, she only thinks of herself. Korra only thinks of herself. She's a narcissist. Just because Justin put a caption of, I'm tired of your narcissism, she hasn't put up her caption. So we don't know what she's dealing with. But a lot of people already judged her and said, yes, everything she's doing shows that she's a narcissist. I've heard people say that, mothers in quote. So I like this story. It's good it's happening. We've seen the good side of them, and now we are seeing the ugly side of their story, which is unfortunate, but also good that it's happening because people can learn actually and really have self-reflection and really look at themselves in the mirror and say, whoa, I failed on this one. I failed on this one. I failed a fellow woman on this one. I was too fast to judge her. I was too fast to crucify her without having listened or heard her side of the story. That someone is coming on social media to cry doesn't mean they are sad. That someone is not coming on social media to cry doesn't mean they are not sad. Social media is social media. People show you what they want you to see. So you cannot judge based on what you're seeing alone. Just like the women who have seen Justin or seen a few things he has done, and they'll be like, oh, you are every woman's dream. How I wish I had a man like you. Korra doesn't realize how great of a father you are. She doesn't appreciate you just based on what they have seen. You guys, you still need a lot to learn from life. You've not learned anything. You're still children when it comes to real life situations. And other men also who might see Korra and, oh my gosh, she's so gorgeous. I would love to have a wife like that. She's so beautiful. You guys, you men also have to learn. Don't, like, you can make life choices and life decisions based on a moment up now. We call it like a snapshot, just a snapshot of, social media, what someone shows you on social media. It's not what you see about someone that you make you think, oh, they are so caring, oh, they are so loving, oh, she's so sexy. No, it goes beyond that. Before you can dream to have someone as your spouse, oh, I wish Justin could be my husband, oh, I wish Korra could be my wife, you have to first of all wish that you got to know her. You should be saying, oh, I wish I can get to know this person better. That's what you should be saying as an adult, as someone who is mature. I wish I could get to know this man. He looks like he could be a good man. Oh, I wish I could get to know this woman. That is the first thing before you be wishing that they could be your wife or they could be your husband based on what you're just seeing at that moment. That's the mistake so many people made. Also, I think more people made that mistake towards Justin. They just felt like, oh my God, oh my God, he's an angel. Wow, you guys haven't heard from the woman who has spent 5 years of her life with him. This is a hard but good lesson for many people out there. Don't rush without hearing both sides. Don't rush to judge.
I'm trying to be happy for my girls. I'm trying to put up a front. It might look fake. It might look like I'm the narcissist, nonchalant. I'm just trying to cope. If you're a mother, you understand.
Okay.
And in time, you, my very cherished, because I don't joke with you guys, will understand and you will see and you will know and you will hear everything. You will know everything that has occurred. And you will know.
Okay, so at least she's asking for time. You guys should be patient, be understanding. She has promised that she is going to come and tell you guys everything. that happened, at least from her own perspective. She's going to come out and talk, but don't rush her into doing it. And I totally agree that she should do it when she's ready. Just the same way Justin did it to please his need to speak. Yes, he did it for his own mental health, because it wouldn't also help him to bottle those things up. The first time he went out was unnecessary, and I still stick to that. He should never have brought their dirty linen out in public in that moment when she was, just putting to bed after 3 days, and then him doing that, or after a few days. It was bad. But once he got out and he felt the need to continue to express himself, please do it if that makes you feel better. Don't die in silence. So I still just stick to everything I said before. So he did it because he was ready to do it. He felt good doing it, by all means. She doesn't feel good about doing it now. You guys should understand. She mustn't come out and cry every day to entertain you guys, for you to know that she's hurting. Understand, be patient with her. One day she will come out and share her own side of the story. And all of you who went into Justin's inbox and showed solidarity and told him, please, forgive our black sister, please, don't hate us, so we are not like that. All of you, you know yourselves. I wonder how you guys are feeling right now. Anyways, bad market for you guys. So let's just wait for her side. But another question is, some people might think, these tears are fake. 100%. I'm sure there are people out there who might actually think so. What I'll say about that is, I have never seen her cry, so I don't know what her real tears look like for me to judge that this show here, I cannot judge that it's fake. She expressed herself. Her emotions are valid. Anybody who expresses themselves publicly, their emotions are always valid. I cannot be judged to that. I don't know her mind. I don't know her heart. I'm not inside her head. And I've never seen her cry before to say, oh, the one you did last time looked real. This one looks fake. I cannot. It's difficult to say so, but we are just going to wait to see how things play out. So other things that have happened in the past few period. Justin, this is one of his posts. When a man leaves a toxic relationship, he's not been a man. So he's been a bit sarcastic here, like, oh, so when a man leaves, then he's not a man, Abby. But when a woman leaves, you guys will praise her and call her a hero. So that first paragraph, he is now coming forward with this insinuation that he has been in a toxic relationship, which I think that relationship, and I said it before, like for him to scream at her in the presence of those two babies already shows that, oh my God, this is not a good environment I want to see kids in. Like, you understand? So yes, that relationship might have been quite toxic. But the fact that he's the one saying it looks like he has been suffering the toxicity of the marriage. Yeah. And looking like Korra Obidi has been the perpetrator of the toxicity. Like she has been the bully, and he also wrote another post that made it look like, oh my God, she has actually been the one threatening him with divorce every single time. And I still said then that a woman who is really, really happy, satisfied, will not just be calling divorce, 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 unless she's just immature. So we have to hear why it has been that way. For me, the reason a woman would be calling divorce, divorce, divorce is when the man continues to do that thing that she hates every single time, and he would apologize every single time. And every time she would take him back and say, okay, let's just work it out. Every time, sometimes she'd just be like, I'm done. But now that it has really gone public and everyone is getting used to the fact that these people are no longer together, it might actually happen. Unfortunately, yeah. And I've seen a few other posts. Like I was talking about this blogger the other day. You guys watched the video. And yeah, so the last week I have been cracking down on bloggers, but now I'm taking it slow on them because why? Korra has also spoken out eventually. So anyone who still comes out and does nonsense going forward, we're gonna call you out. You guys can also call me out, by the way, but I'm not a blogger at least. So I saw this one that says, listen how reality is checking in with Korra. Just 1 week without Justin. Dean, you are careless. And then all these laugh emojis, like very funny, right? So this blogger, this is one of the things that Korra might have seen, yeah, that, oh, reality is now kicking in with Korra or checking in with her, just 1 week without Justin, her God, her savior, she's now carless. There are so many single mothers out there who don't have cars, that this one has to now be disastrous, that, oh, without him, oh, you are no longer with a car. And then with 4 emojis laughing, very funny, right? And then, girl, people encouraging you into the single mother life will not be there to help you. So like I said, a lot of people thought that she was really enjoying all these things, like, oh, I'm going to become a single mother. Like, which woman? Anyways, I don't know. Some women might really want to just be single mothers because they were never ready to even get married, or they went into the marriage for a purpose. Yes, it's possible. And I think Justin gave off that impression that she wasn't really taking her marriage as seriously as he was. She wasn't caring about, working things out. And that also showed in many of the things people wrote. Look, the problem is not blogging. A lot of people will say, but many people are blogging now. Why are you people on my case? Go to YouTube, you see so many people blogging. Yes, people blog. It's not about blogging. It's about what you blog. It's about what you write. It's about your intention, the captions you put up, the way you are portraying the person you are blogging about. That is the problem. The problem is not blogging. I don't think anyone is angry that people are blogging. Or, well, some people, I think some commenters are angry, or some fans of Korra, they're angry that, why are you people blogging about her? Leave her alone. But I don't think the problem is blogging. It's about how you are painting the person you are blogging, painting her like evil, painting her like careless, painting her like, she's the bad one, when you haven't even given her the chance, to come out at least to defend herself. You've already sent her to jail. You've already, said this is her problem. This is what is wrong with her. And this is another one. If you don't have income, please respect your bills payer, just the way you respect social welfare. Korra Obidi. Now, this blogger also just concluded that it's Justin who is paying the bills. Respect your bills payer. Respect your savior. If you don't have income. So a lot of people jumped into conclusions, and it could. I said it before, and let me repeat it again in case you guys didn't watch my other video. I said it before that it could be that it is actually Korra paying the bills, or majority or most of the bills. It could be. We don't know. But people just assume and conclude, which is bad. Like I said, this should be a lesson. People just feel like, oh, he's a rich man. He's a medical doctor. All these people, like, the man is not even a medical doctor. He's a self-employed physiotherapist, chiropractor, or whatever they call it. And I analyzed that the other day, that he charges $300 doesn't mean he makes $300, if that makes sense. And people were like, oh, he's rich, he's taking care of her, and she's doing this to him, she's hurting him, and all of that. And he's the one paying all the bills, and and they just conclude, which might not be the case. You guys just have a little patience. So I think I'm going to leave the video here, but before I do that, I'm going to read a few comments. Let me take this picture off. So let's learn, people. Let's learn. Okay, let me scroll through your comments. Thank you, Tina. Hello, Afidan. Oh, God bless you too, mommy. Fiji, hi. What's the weather like out there? Someone says, I'm not interested in Korra or Justin's affair, but the marital advice on communication is true. Yes, you need to be empathetic. Do not do what you don't want your partner to do to you. That's all. I concur. Let me see. Someone says, easier said than done. Someone is emotionally blackmailing someone here. The truth will unfold very soon. If you want out, or if you're running away from your responsibilities, you don't have to destroy your spouse in order to achieve your plan. Okay. Hi, Ada. Hi, Ask Rosie. Welcome. Good to have you. Happy Sunday. Welcome to everybody. Family life should be private. That one is another topic for discussion. It depends. You can be in the public eye and still be private. That is what a lot of people don't understand. You can have a reality TV program airing every single day, but your life is still private. There can be a balance. There can be a balance. That you're doing a reality TV program doesn't mean you have to show everything. You can still be private about certain things and show people only the things you really want them to see and you are comfortable with them seeing. So for me, I don't have a problem with people putting their life on social media, but you have to be smart about what you show and what you don't. Someone says, have you realized that you have the same voice like Korra? No, I haven't actually. No one has told me that before. But it's possible. It's possible. Okay, Adada says, and a lot was like, it's because she's always dressing half naked. Justin never complained. Yes, that's what I also said. Like, people are saying, oh, you're a bad woman and everything. Look at the way you're dressing. If you were married to a Nigerian, would you dress like that? But I also said, maybe she was doing it for Justin. Maybe he likes it. And I'm not saying she also doesn't like it. I'm not saying she's feeling like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. Why are you making me do it? No, I'm not saying that. I think she also likes it. But I don't think that was a problem for him. I don't think so. But a lot of people concluded that, that must have been. Okay, people talk like they live behind these people's closed doors and they too like Korra and June didn't eat till Justin came back home. What? Okay, and they talk like Korra and June didn't eat till Justin came back home. Okay. She was trying to put on her cool. Okay. Someone says, but Justin's attitude so far has been nonchalant. Okay. Someone says, stop crying and keep your business off social media. Be a mom. But her business is social media. That is her job. And social media work is an actual job. It's like legit, it's official, it's legitimate. If you're paying taxes, at least, it's a job. That's what maybe some of you don't realize. If you're not doing it illegally, the government recognizes that it's your job. You're paying your tax every month or every 3 months. It's a job. So yeah, it's a job actually. It might not be the ideal job for everyone, but it is a job, and it is a job actually. That is what she does for a living. And you being a social media worker doesn't mean that you're not a mom. But you should be able to strike a good balance, because you could actually lose yourself being a mom doing social media work. So if you're good at it, you can strike that balance your family life is not suffering because of social media, then you're good to go. Someone says Justin has been enjoying all the attention and the insults and stones that have been thrown at her. Someone says, but that's all we have is eye service. Yes, a lot. So many people. My God, you guys. Oh, those people. Oh, I'll see some comments. They just irritate me. I'm like, are you guys for real now? And for example, even before they started to fight, like in the labor room, people were like, oh my God, see how he was holding her, see how caring he was to her in the labor room. Oh, even after she put to bed, oh, see how he's rubbing her, see how that is what a husband does. Why is it so special? Like, I don't understand. People are just, I don't know, maybe they don't experience love or that kind of attention. So they just see it so special. And that's why they feel like Korra has to be grateful to him. They feel like Korra is betraying him. And he has also said that she, betrayed him again. But he also has betrayed her in his own way, if you ask her. So people are just feeling like, Korra, you owe this man so much, but just see them as husband and wife. Don't see him as a savior. um you know and some people also feel like, yeah, if not for Korra, no one would know Justin, which might also be true. So it's a win-win situation for both of them. They have two beautiful kids at the end of the day. Do you understand? So I don't think Korra should be extra grateful to him like that. She was married to him. She deserved everything he did as a husband. That is what husbands do. He didn't cut his fingers and make finger sausages for her every morning. He didn't do that. He did, for me, what a normal man should do. So you guys, so many people were just too, I don't know, the comments were just, I just felt like what's all this nonsense right up, all this Oversabi eye service people here and there. Thank you, Ewura. Thank you so much. Someone says, what if someone was being bullied physically and emotionally in that marriage? Wait and hear from her much later. Yes, no partiality here. Yes, like I agree with that. Let's wait to hear from Korra. Thank you, Wendy. But even if she had given birth in the hospital, I mean, the first one was in the June was born in the hospital. Okay, this person writes here, dude lost his head the moment he saw what he normally eats expand by such colossal magnitude. Moral of the story, women, please give birth in hospital. Even if you do give birth in the hospital, the man, if he's there with you, he will also see it regardless. I don't think that is maybe the problem. No, I don't. Like, he's there also, he's holding your hands. But okay, fine, maybe okay, let's not talk about the position where he was sitting when the baby came out. But yeah, I would imagine that wherever you put to bed, if your husband is there, he should see it expand. And that is the beauty of it. For him to see what your body has to go through, he should even have more respect and admiration for you, that, oh my God, you went through all of that. You went through all of that for us. Even if you offend him, when he thinks of, what you've had to endure, he's going to, excuse me, oh God, I drank some soda before coming here. He's going to like just calm down, like, okay, whatever, because he knows that, you've been through some pain that he would just never undergo in his entire life. So yeah. Yes, so even more than two sides. Someone says, BS, Korra has her own money and she works hard. And that's another thing I read when all of this was happening that, oh my God, Korra, the man who brought you abroad, look at what you are doing to him after everything he did to you and he did for you. Do you know how much it costs? Do you know how much visa is to bring a woman abroad? But the girl was in China. She already went abroad. Abroad. China is also abroad. She's a Nigerian. She was already living in China, working in China, and they met there on a dating app. Yeah, they met online. So he didn't bring her abroad. She already had a career actually before they met. So he didn't save her out of a hole. A lot of people who ran off with this story they don't even, for me, know like the background of it. They just jumped on the story halfway, started to bagatelize this girl, like she's just the bad one, she's just the user here. But truth of the matter is she already kind of like had her life together. And for me, I also said it before that she also sacrificed her career to be married to him, bringing forth two beautiful children, which no regrets, absolutely. But it's not only him who gave up something, she also gave up a lot, to be his wife. So she should also be appreciated the way you guys are appreciating him for bringing him. And I also asked you guys in my last video that, how are you even sure he paid for her visa to go to the US? Maybe her family sponsored it. You don't know. We don't know. I don't know. Maybe he paid. But even if he paid for love. Yes, he paid for his wife to be with him. So he shouldn't be praised for having his wife around him. So he is not doing her a favor for having her around him. He's also doing himself a favor. Otherwise, she would be somewhere else. He would be somewhere else. He would also be, I don't know how people see things. Like, even if he brought her to the US, even if he paid for everything, he is not doing her a favor. He's doing their marriage a favor, their relationship. It's a win-win. It's not only her benefiting. And that's what a lot of people thought when they were crucifying this girl. Like, oh, now you got your green card and everything, everything, everything. Yeah, now he got two beautiful babies and everything, everything, everything. So they both won, they both lost. So no one should be treated like God over the other. Hmm? Let me see. Someone says, I think they should forgive each other and move on. Yeah, but you know that forgiveness comes when someone apologizes. And sometimes you have to forgive even without getting an apology. That is strength and that is wisdom. When you just want peace for yourself, even if that person doesn't apologize, you just forgive and let go. That is when you really get total spiritual freedom. And that is just the moment you start being yourself, you start being happy, you start being healthy mentally when you can do that. I'm going to end this video in 2 minutes. So I'm not going to be able to read all the beautiful comments you guys have dropped, but I'll read a few before we round off the video. Someone says, I thought once you go black, you never go back. Well, in life, never say never. Now he's in that space, not so very good space. I think marriage should even be the last thing on his mind right now. I mean, marriage to another person should not even be something he should maybe be considering now. But never say never. You never know. You never know. Thank you, Florence. I appreciate it. Okay, thank you. Angel says, in every of Justin's complaints, he never mentioned the way Korra dresses. Yes, but all the online in-laws and Oversabi people, they said that was a problem. It was a problem for people watching, but it probably was never a problem for Justin. And I know that they are right, that look, as an African woman, we have morals. Yes, we have our values, we have our cultures, traditions, things we accept, things we don't accept, things society frowns against generally, as Africans and all of that. And we should remember that she's a dancer, but there are certain times that you just have to, you're not dancing every second of the day. But if that is how she likes to live her life, she's a mom, she's an adult. I don't think anyone should dictate to her. And yes, some people are right by saying that if you were married to an African man, you would. And I think I also said in one of my videos, like, she got away with a lot of things being married. And it not only her, a lot of people married to Caucasians get away with so many things. For example, let me just say, if I were married, I used to tell my husband, I used to joke with him, like, if I were married to a white man, I could just tell him, like, I'm not saying all the time, it's not always, not every white man, but in most cases, yeah, because we don't want to generalize. In most cases, I could just say, oh, I'm tired, I don't feel like cooking, let's order pizza. And in most cases, an average white man might be okay with it, like, oh, okay, oh, okay, let's make pizza. But my husband, he's an African man. I cannot tell him, let's order pizza. I'm not feeling well. Do you understand? So generally, I think some of our women, they get away with a lot being with Caucasians, a lot of things that they would naturally not go away with or get away with being married to African men. But we also have African men who don't mind their wife looking the way Korra looks. So it doesn't mean, so that thing that people generalize and say, oh, a black man would never accept that. That is not true. You've not met that black man. There are black men who say, I love Korra the way she looks. Yes, she's my wife. I love her. Like 100%. There are black men like that. So a lot of people generalize a lot, but it's not always true. And Justin, I don't think he ever complained indeed about her sense of dressing. Okay. All right. So I think it's time. It's time to say goodbye. I want to thank you all. Let me read one more comment before I round off. Someone says, this is the last comment we are taking. If they are going to be private and not want folks to know about their lives, where do you draw the line? Her profession is not something that she should just break out doing anywhere, but she does. Many women in Nigeria go topless, but does that mean she should carry herself that way in the United States too? That is what I mean about where do you draw the line? Go back and look at her videos when she was largely pregnant and was gyrating and twerking. The women with men didn't find it cute. Okay, what do I say? What do I say? For me, the gyrating and twerking when she was pregnant, I think she was just creating content. Like she was, I don't know, I think she was indoors majority of the time. And if you're a social media person, you want to put content out that people like. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough to judge, really. It's really tough. I find it difficult because she's a dancer and she wasn't performing on podiums across the world when she was pregnant. So she had to perform from her home. So she was doing it. But if you have to do yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that one is difficult for me. It's really difficult. So for now, I think I'm gonna leave it here. And I'm going to bring you guys more updates when necessary, when something new happens. But like Korra said, you guys should just be a bit more understanding, a bit more patient. She's going to come forward and share her side of the story. And I just hope that when she does, she's honest, and she has said that, look, I'm not going to say anything that is going to damage my husband's image because yeah, he's the father of her kids and the internet never forgets. So she realizes that. So at least she's going to have that at the back of her mind, but I hope that she also doesn't come out to exaggerate or to say things that are not true. If she can be honest about, at least from her own perspective, what she had to deal with, people will have more understanding. And people have heard some of the things Justin said. He hasn't said everything. Maybe he went through more. But I think what they have is just maybe a misunderstanding. Like they're not understanding each other. They've been on different pages. I think that is just it. I don't think Justin would just wake up one day and say, I want to hurt this woman today. I hate her so much. Or she would just wake up and say, I just want to make my husband angry. I don't think so. I think it's just them not really, they are not really catching each other's vibe. They are not really tapping into each other's minds. That is what I think. And I think also their behavior, their character also stood in the way, maybe the way Justin is as just a human being, you know, wasn't really, I don't know. So we don't know. We can just speculate and insinuate and all of that, but let's wait, let's be patient, and eventually we are going to find out. Once again, I want to thank all of you for your comments. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your loves. Thank you for your angry faces. Thank you for your thumbs down. Thank you for the reactions you have given. At least that will give me an impression of what many of you think about everything we have seen and heard so far. If you want to watch more analysis from me, so by the way, in case you're new here on this page or on this channel, I am not a blogger. I am an analyst. As you have listened so far, I analyze the things that I see here. Some of the things that I find interesting on social media that I see, I analyze. I don't just blog, if that makes sense. So if you enjoy this kind of, this kind of talk show, go ahead and like and follow my page for more analysis like this. If you're on Facebook and if you are on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell icon so that whenever I go live, you get a notification, or whenever I just upload a new video, you will be one of the first people to watch it. Once again, thank you. I wish you a blessed week ahead, and I will catch you guys on my next one. Bye.